Facebook is doing? Huh?
Yes, sir.
What about the OVS?
What's the point?
Start streaming, you know, start looking for me. What you have? Oh, both lives doing?
Yes, sir.
Most times, cool. About, huh?
What?
No white, no white cake.
Right here. Look like nothing. And no, then the biatch bread in there? Huh?
No, sir.
Really? Damn. Check. Show 'em. Check in the back. Ain't there some buns back there? No Hawaiian bun or something? That we bought? Just check. I think it is.
Yeah, put it on the side. The bottom. Just cheese. Just one, two, 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 two. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Lord says, confession good for the soul. So right now,
All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was a danger. This is neighbors hot. Cause when you in the streets, you get more endemic. They don't tell you gon' be on papers and on restrictions. My father said a hard head to make a soft ass. I didn't care, I wanted fear when I walked past. In the place where a black man's blood is cheap. I thank the Lord for the day I was on Lake Street. Pissing in the cup, back and forth to court, found at DC school. I swear it felt like I crawled on that fucking porch. The Lord said, my sheep, they ain't hear my voice. Asked me why I'm UPK, I told them I ain't have a choice. They said God ain't 50-50 and what's gonna come to pass. The Lord called me out the world and that's how right I thought it was to be a gangster. Little did I know I wasn't gangster. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time and I was just a stranger. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I wasn't danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time and I was just a stranger. All I wanted was to be a gangster. It should be paid until it hit the fan. I want power and a throne, nigga, fuck the grams. All I wanted was to be a gangster.
74 friend requests, I ain't accepting. I got 74 friend requests, I ain't accepting.
Until they all understand. If I can't get that crown, Lord, then put me in the hands of someone more mighty and back me this hit man. Reminiscing on the pain that was felt. Shit, I was in the jail. Shit, I needed help. But so I was locked up in the judge put man on the shelf. Heavy crying 'cause it felt like I was left by myself. All I wanted was to impress niggas with my grind. Now I ain't trying to prove shit to nobody but Muhammad. Cause most these niggas lying, blood smoke. One time for the most high, he made me a cutthroat. Cause all I ever wanted was to smash my opponents. Go ahead and stack your cash, not knowing it wouldn't last. Then gotta hope you accept my atonement. Cause all I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I wasn't gangster. Decisions that I made from the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time when I was just a stranger. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I wasn't gangster. Decisions that I made from the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time when I was just a stranger. All I wanted was to be a gangster.
I'm gonna pass you the sound effect. Big boy. It's always clear? Big boy, big boy. Come on. You say it's always clear? Okay, so I turn it off, just power it off. Hmm?
Put back in the chair.
Nah, you keep it.
Purchase your tracks now.
Alright. Shalom Israel. We're the ISUPK. Started out of 1 West, 125th Street in Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yohana. And we are not affiliated with no other Hebrew Israelite group on the planet Earth. And we are located here at 5261 Delmar Boulevard, that's Suite 8, St. Louis, Missouri, 63108. And we got 2 conference lines, 1 access code for both of those lines, to where you can call in, ask questions, have a comment, or just want to listen. You know what I'm saying? Listen live to the class. You can dial 712-832-8330 or 425-436-6260. And the access code again for both numbers is 825-1636. Alright? And we just had another, oh my God, we had a double weekend. Did we, Bob? We turned around and, man, gave away over, what's that, 26,000 pounds? What was that? Well, so we get like 13,000 each trip. So we had roughly we gave away about 20, anywhere between 20 and 25,000 pounds of food, man, on Friday, this past Friday, and did it again on Monday. You understand? And it went down. We gave away a lot of food, man. And one boxes, did you see what I was doing?
Yeah, right.
Man, pears, peaches.
Plums.
Was plums in there?
Yeah.
You had the plum? That was my box. No, but watermelon, boy, you know neighbors love watermelons. Yeah. I wonder if Sherman gonna cut us up today. There we go. Damn right. Sherman gonna cut that watermelon up. We gonna tear us one up. Yeah, man, but we fed a lot of people, a lot of brothers, man. And then, you see that one brother, they came and got some food, and he was so damn thankful. The brother turned around, went home, took his food home, and came back and volunteered.
Damn right.
He said, man, I'm gonna come back and help y'all. You know what I mean? So that's what we need right there, man. It's for our people. It's time for us to come together. You know, like I said, that brother greatly and deeply appreciated that food to the point to where he came back. He said, man, the hell with that. I'm gonna put some hands in this work. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
And the brother came on through, man. He was working too. He was moving them boxes and things.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, he was moving them boxes, moving the tables and everything. So, like I said, everything went well. It was glorious. You understand? And we got oh snap! Hold on 1 second. 2 more dates. Sharma, give me them next 2 dates. We doing it 2 more times this month. All right, those who have to get to
June 12th and June the 20th.
You got the mic, don't you? Look at you.
Look,
Look, she done bought all this new, you know what I'm saying, wireless stuff. You don't know they want to use it. It's just like a 8th grade.
Yeah.
Buy something new and just leave it sitting in the corner. Don't even mess with it. Go ahead.
it's June the 12th and June the 26th.
June the 12th, June the 12th, and June the 26th from 1 to 3 p.m. You understand? Or until the food gone, cause we ain't playing. Imagine how to say feed the people, and we feed them. We gonna get everybody some food. And we took what was the name of that complex? We took that food down to the elderly and disabled. What was that?
It was Star Residence, senior.
Said Star.
Star Residence, senior living facility.
Okay, yeah, we took a bunch of boxes down there to those people that couldn't make it out to the you know what I'm saying, our location where we had heard at the school. You understand? Who couldn't make it to the food drive, they got food delivered to them, you know. So like I said, we doing what it takes to pull this nation together, all right? And like I said, big ups to Commander General Hannah for putting it all together, man. You know what I'm saying? Even as a matter of fact, General Hyman sent the word. I already know it came from Commander General Hannah, but General Hyman the one that kicked everything in order. I'm talking about kick fire in this thing and got it going. And we started out with nothing. I ain't gonna lie. When he first said put together a food program, I'm scratching my head looking stupid. I'm like, huh? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, now I know how to, throw a barbecue or, you know what I'm saying? Invite people over for dinner or something like. I'm like, damn, but a what? A food program? Oh man. But hey, turn around and Sharma came through and put that whole thing together. Okay. She started with what was it? A bunch of boxes of macaroni and cheese. Hey man, we had look. Hey, she had the brother deliver out to a whole a truck. The damn what do you have? An F-150 something? I forgot what kind of truck he had. But the whole bed of the truck, man, had nothing but macaroni and cheese, and I think string beans. So was that what it was? Yeah, string beans and mac and cheese. Boy, I was hollering when I said, and then he had it all over the place. He had stools back there. He had all kind of stuff mixed in with the macaroni. We had to move jacks and, you know what I'm saying, the damn wrenches and sawzalls and all that, man, to get the damn mac and cheese
Right.
off the back of his truck. But, and some clothes too, wasn't it? That's when the clothes, yeah, that's when the clothes came.
And the rack.
No, the racks wasn't in. He ain't sending them racks right then. No, we didn't get the racks till later. Yeah, but I'm just saying how we started. No, you did get them racks. I mean, we having the school looking like Walmart. Got a whole rack in this mug. You're full of clothes, totes full of clothes, boxes full. Oh, I can't wait till they come get this stuff.
Right.
Hey, and look, donations over there. Look, we got donations every damn where this place. She be on them donations. Go ahead.
Every time we get the donations down, the very next day, we get loaded with more.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we do. That's true. For real. And we is loaded up in here. Go ahead, Bob.
And they been at the donation table too.
Oh, come on, for sure. For sure. And we're gonna make sure they get it. We're gonna send some more out there each event. You know, did you hear them when they was like, man, them clothes, y'all giving them away too? Did you hear some of the people saying that?
Sorry.
Hey, they was running right to that thing. You know, so like I said, man, it's a glorious thing, man. This is, like I say it all the time. The greatest thing I ever did in life was get into the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. You understand? I don't know if you ain't in here doing this work, like what in the hell are you doing? You know what I mean? What are you doing, Shalom? Said, you guys, no question. Shalom, what's going on? Yeah. So like I said, man, it went down. You feel me? And then let's not forget the radio show, man. We got a good one going this weekend, this Sunday. Man, we're gonna be going over all of the stuff that's been happening at these protests and at the riots, and, all of this stuff, man. We're going in on that as well. What was the brother's name? I forgot the brother's name, but the Lee's Pond, the jury. That stuff is really starting to get out of hand, and they ended up murdering my brother in the Lee's Pond, the jury. He was security. I think he was he a chief sheriff or something? He was something in police force.
Ex-cop, yeah.
He was an ex-cop, yeah. And they ended up murdering that brother, man. That's a shame, Like I said, and tonight's topic is we're gonna go over that as to why that even happened.
Salaki.
Go ahead, Bon.
I heard a story through the grapevine that when they did that the guy who did it used someone else's pistol he was holding, and the other guy had a rifle and was mad, was finna kill him about it.
Was finna kill the brother that he loaned
Right
the
there
gun
on the
to?
spot.
Oh my God, good man. Hey, see, that's what I'm saying, man. And that's the point of tonight's topic, about black leaders. They're really not black leaders.
Right.
You understand? Black leaders are no leaders at all. To even have our people out there doing what they are doing, It's not the people who are protesting. It's not their fault. You understand that they are out there. It's the people that lead them. You understand? And those people that is leading them actually lead them astray. And we got a couple of questions too. Oh, and one more thing. If you want to text your questions to the class and you don't want to be live, you can text them to 314-393-0430, and we'll get you. You know, so that just in case you don't want to answer. I mean, you don't want to ask your question live over the line. You can give it to us like that. Oh, and show me like when you get a chance, make sure you make that order for yeah. Something simple, something $2, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Let me see. Go to give me let's see, we got the questions here. Go to Deuteronomy 10 and 19. Breakdown on Deuteronomy 10 and 19. Yep. You got the scripture for me?
Con, sir.
All right, read the one. Let's get it.
Deuteronomy chapter 10, verse 19. Love ye therefore the stranger.
Love you.
The stranger.
Okay, love ye therefore the stranger.
For ye were strangers in the land of Egypt.
Okay, so you were strangers in the land of Egypt. All right. Here's the thing about this scripture. Again, and most strange scriptures is that people think that the stranger is talking about loving the other nations of people. You understand? And of course, it is not. Give me the definition in the Zondervan. The definition of stranger.
Con. Zondervan, Pictorial Bible Dictionary, page 812. Stranger. The meaning of the word may be determined from its context.
It may be what?
Determined from its context.
Okay, now, first of all, context is everything. All right? And you must know the context in which the scripture is speaking in order to understand. Like, due to Christianity, you think stranger is everybody white. You understand? And automatically it come to your mind when you hear stranger, you think of a good blonde-haired, blue-eyed white person. That's who you think the stranger is talking about in the scripture, which is not. You understand? So it's determined by its context. Keep going.
Con. It is often used of foreigners as people entirely different from or even hostile to Israel.
Okay, so strangers in in whichever context that you read it in, you know what I'm saying, that it's in, it's either a non-Israelite or it can be an Israelite. You understand? Hell, before I came into the truth, everybody was strangers. All my brothers and sisters were strangers.
Right.
I didn't know them. You understand? That's a stranger in one context. Who you know what I'm saying, whether you know a person or not. If you don't know someone, they would be a stranger. You know? King David said he was a stranger, right?
Sir.
You understand? King David said that he was a stranger amongst his people. It's like that. Like they didn't even know who he was. You know what I mean? Just think about it. Some of a celebrity, you know what I'm saying, that's on TV doing shows and tours and from rapping to playing roles on the movie, the big screen, and, you know what I mean, doing all kinds of speaking at schools and giving backpacks and haircuts for kids and all this, and then one day you go, who's you? You know what I'm saying? They doing all this, you be like, damn, what you say you did, bro? I ain't never heard, you got a whole act, you got 10 albums?
Right.
Damn, you do? What's the name of it? You know what I mean? That would be a stranger. But that would still be your brother though. You understand? That's still your brother, he's just a stranger, you just don't know him. And then, in this context right here, this is that wherever you see love, strangers, it most certainly ain't talking about the other nations of people.
Right.
This is talking about your people. Love the people that you don't damn know. You understand? That's simple, ain't it? Even
Right.
the brothers that you don't know, love them. And how you love them, you turn around and you don't sleep with their women, you don't molest their kids. You keep these laws pertaining to your brothers. You understand? Even the ones that strangers you don't know. The sisters as well. You understand? Your sister that's a stranger. You love her too. Guess what? You won't abuse her. You won't get over her or rape her. You won't do any of that. Yeah, that's your sister. But she's a stranger, but that's still a sister. All right? So that's what that's talking about. That's just talking about somebody that you don't know. You understand? Stranger. You know, like for instance, when I go to the other schools out of town in Chicago, you know, damn near every brother in Chicago outside of UPK is a stranger. I know none of them. You understand? All them sisters up in Naptown, you understand? They be trying to holler at Heavy D when I come through. They strangers. You understand? They all strangers though. You know, cause I don't know them, but they my sisters. You feel me? You understand? So, like I said, that's what that's talking about right there. Let me see, I got another scripture. Hold on one second. Okay, give me Deuteronomy 25:5 and or through 20 through 9. Deuteronomy 25:5 through 9.
Kind. Deuteronomy chapter 25, verse 5. If brethren dwell together,
Mm-hmm.
and one of them die, and have no child, the wife of the dead shall not marry without unto a stranger.
She shouldn't marry who?
Not marry without unto a stranger.
Okay, keep going.
Her husband's brother shall go in unto her,
Mm-hmm.
and take her to him to wife, and
Mm-hmm.
perform the duty of an husband's brother unto her.
Okay, keep going.
And it shall be that the firstborn which she bear shall succeed in the name of his brother which is dead, and that his name be not put out of Israel.
Okay, now let's start breaking some of it down, and then we'll read the rest. Okay, so brethren dwell together, and one of them die and have no child. The wife of the dead shall not marry without unto a stranger. What this is talking about, this is like your brotherly duty to take his, you know what I'm saying, his ex-rib now, you understand, because he died. All right, and then you marry her. Don't let her marry outside of the family. All right, keep on. Oh, I'm sorry, you read it already. I'm sure. Okay, then it said, her husband's brother shall go in unto her, and take her to him to wife, and perform the duty of an husband's brother unto her. Okay, so you gonna take that sister, you marry her, and you turn around and be her husband. All right, and it said, and it shall be that the firstborn which she beareth shall succeed in the name of his brother which is dead, that his name be not put out of Israel. So when okay, think about why do men want to have sons? Why do men want to have sons? We want to have sons before we have daughters. Go ahead, Doc.
Carry on our legacy.
Carry on our legacy, you understand? So we come back, you understand? Israelites knew back then that you come back through you know what I'm saying, your children. You understand? You gonna turn around and, what is it, your grandson? You come back like, you know what I'm saying, around about your grandson, or something like that. You understand? It's in the scripture, we can get it. But, Israelites knew back then that that's how you come back through, and hell, that's a spiritual thing, because to this day, it's like a lot of people, like even when I wasn't in the truth, that's what I want. I want to be a son so bad to carry home my name. You understand? So that's what that's about right there. So that brother that died and did not have no child, who's going to carry his name on? You understand? That's why it's your duty to take your brother's wife, you make her your wife, and then that child is going to turn around and take the place, you understand, of that brother that was gone. That's going to be him. You understand? Did you read 6? Yeah. And it shall be that the firstborn shall bear it, which she beareth shall succeed in the name of his brother which is dead, that his name be not put out of Israel. Okay, so we get that. Alright, now read 7. And then we keep bringing it down.
And if the man like not to take his brother's wife, then let his brother's wife go up to the gate unto the elders, and say, my husband's brother refuseth to raise up unto his brother a name in Israel. He will not perform the duty of my husband's brother.
Okay, what's that duty that he's supposed to perform? What's the duty that this brother is supposed to perform on this one? Go ahead.
Marry her and get her pregnant.
That's sex, damn right. Marry her. You understand? That's his duty. So if the brother does not want to do this, then she take him up to the priest, and then say, look, you know, y'all know my husband just died. You know, I'm young. You understand? What they say, clock still ticking. You understand? Everything's still working. All right, like Sarah, that thing was working all the way up to how old was she? She died 90 something. You understand? Hey, boy, look at her. Okay, and slide boy, if we can get away from half of this food that Esau feeds us with all them chemicals and sprays and harmful things in them, and look, everything be working till 90 and 100. You understand?
Yeah,
We'll be all right.
Right.
You know, we would be all right if he stopped trying to test us for every goddamn thing and give us every damn thing. You know, but yeah, she take him up to the priest and say he don't want to raise up unto his brother a name in Israel. All right, he don't want to turn around and have a baby, but you know, for whatever the reason, he don't like the woman, he ain't interested in it, or whatever it is. All right, keep going.
Then the elders of his city shall call him and speak
Mhm.
unto him. And if
Mhm.
he stand to it and say, I like not to take her.
Okay, so when the priest come through, they say, hey, hold up, is this true, what they saying? And he stand to it. What does that mean? How would we say it today? How would we say that today? How do brothers say they stand to it? When you say something, you gotta do what? Go ahead, boy.
Saying you standing on it.
You standing on it, damn right. If you stand on the decision that you done made, or that thing that you done said, you understand? Now, read now.
Come.
Mhm.
Then shall his brother's wife come unto him in the presence of the elders,
Mm-hmm.
and loose his shoe from off his foot, and spit in his face, and shall answer and say, so shall it be done unto that man that will not build up his brother's house.
Okay, so this is like what we call this in the hood, like disrespect. You understand? She's disrespecting him for him not for basically him disrespecting the law. You understand? So because he don't want to perform the duty of a brother, she's like disrespect. You know, take his Jordans, throw him across the street, spit in his damn face. You know what I'm saying? That's what's taking place right there. So that's what that is. It's like she's disrespecting him because he won't perform the duties of a brother and marry her and give her that baby so she can raise, so you know what I'm saying, raise up a name for his brother. That's all that is. All right, and then go to Exodus 21, verses 10 and 11.
Exodus chapter 21, verse 10. If he take him another wife,
Mm-hmm.
her food, her raiment, and her duty of marriage shall he not diminish.
Ah, I see where this is going. Okay, this is a scripture. Sometimes a lot of people like to pull, sisters mainly like to pull saying that you can divorce. Okay, no such thing as a divorce anymore. But this is a scripture about a brother taking him more than one woman. He has one, and he gets him another one, right? And read it again, about.
Khan. If he take him another wife, her food, her raiment, and her duty of marriage shall he not diminish.
Okay, so you take him another wife, her food, her raiment, her duty of marriage shall you not diminish, right? Meaning that you can't, okay, if you turn around and, like for instance, if you, you know, you got a Shaquita, and then you get you a Keisha, right? And you know, Keisha, you know, in most cases is better than Shaquita. You understand? Keisha be bad. So you get with Keisha now, you don't even want Shaquita no more. You can't do that. You understand? You gotta be with them both. And sidebar, there is a way that you can make, see, a lot of sisters skip this part. A lot of sisters skip the part about making your man desire you. You understand? And want you. Okay? That's the thing that sisters miss. There's a lot of scriptures in the Bible where you be a monster to your man, he's never gonna want to see. Okay? You be guaranteed, you be stupid, you be ignorant, you be loudmouth, you understand? Don't do nothing. You know, be like Mister when he was going off on ceiling. You understand? House ain't been clean since my last wife died. You understand? I ain't had a good meal since she was here. You know what I mean? What can you do? You understand? You're poor, you're black, you're ugly. I'm just kidding. I'm just playing, but I'm just saying y'all get the point. You know, you got to, sisters got to, you got to bring a little something to the table more than just the thing in between legs. You know, because I tell sisters all the time, how many men, especially sisters in the world, that's what I'm talking to. Sisters in the world always, you know, thinking that thing, that hot box, yeah, it's good for a minute. You understand? Good as long as I'm up in there. But you got to have something else, you understand, after that hot box to cool off. You understand? Yeah, I know it still stays. That's the only thing that cooking will never burn. Do it, about. Right. You understand? That box a lot. You understand? Huh? No, it can get burnt. You understand? That's what it can get burned. You understand? Itching and scratching and everything else. But I'm talking about that thing stay on roast. That thing stay cooking, boy. You understand? And it ain't burnt yet. You understand? Yeah, like I said, marinate. It stay marinated.
That's right.
Okay? But like I said, if you learn how to treat your man, that's in the scripture too. Like why do sisters skip that? You understand? And skip all over that. You know, and just think the man supposed to want you. You're an idiot to your husband. You're horrible. You start stuff for no apparent reason. You talk to him crazy. You know? Like, I mean, damn, nobody wants you. You understand? He don't want you, the neighbors don't want you, nobody, you're horrible. You understand? And if sisters would turn around and think on how to be more pleasant to their man, you understand? Something more desirable. You understand? Then a lot of sisters in the world have asked me, you know, and said, "Oh man, this the best thing. I put it down. I understand that, but guess what? How many men got that good thing that you talking about and left your ass alone? You understand? Because you don't do. I know a sister, man. This is when I was in the world this sister heard called me crying, man, because her man had left her. You understand? Man had left her. He said you holding me back. You don't do nothing. You don't cook. You don't clean. You understand? He said all you do. He said you have sex and you just on the phone and you watching TV. He said that's it. He said all to you. He said I want to do something. You know, and the brother, she was that tore her up. You understand? That tore her up. You know, and I guess she thought just laying there, you know, was all a man want, you know, and it's a terrible thing that our sisters think that way because of us and how we treat them. Number one, that's why they think like that.
Right.
Most men just want sex,
Right.
you know, so it's really not her fault for thinking that way, but I hate that she thinks that way because it ain't just all about sex. You understand? A wise woman once told me, she said, yeah, two people laying in the bed, she said, yeah, y'all can do that. They can get in there and go at it and have fun. She said, but you got to have something when you get out of the bed. So you said what? You said what? All the what?
All the food places are closed.
Was you trying to get my attention? Say Salaki if you need my attention. Don't interrupt class like that. Do you have something you want to say?
All the food places are closed.
All the food places are closed. That could wait. Yeah, but anyway, let's see. What was I saying? Back to the scripture. Come on, give it to me. Start over. Verse 10.
Exodus chapter 21 verse 10. If you take him another wife.
Mm-hmm. So we take him another wife, meaning in addition to. Okay? This is another wife. Not like the preachers tell you in the church, right? In order to get you another wife, how do you have to get another wife in the church? Go ahead, somebody answer the question. Come on with it. Go ahead, sis. You gotta divorce the first one. And don't you know that destroys women, man?
Right.
I mean, sisters, they try to act hard about it, tough, and you know what I'm saying? They try to, you know, oh, well, that's how you want to lead. And what's that famous? Oh, can't keep nobody, don't want to be kept, and all that. Once they get to talking all that, when they go home, you know what I'm saying? When they get to bed and they turn off the lights and the TV, boy, they be crying. You understand? And you're not supposed to have sex with her and then leave her alone.
Right.
You understand? When you have sex, she's giving all of you. You know what I mean? She's giving all of her to you. You understand? So don't turn around and these Christians, they are the reason that the divorce rate is so goddamn high.
That's right.
You understand? It ain't because the white man will let you come into office and apply for the goddamn divorce bond. It's because these preachers are not teaching blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians properly.
Right.
You understand? To not divorce. Once you get you some, hey, that's yours forever. You understand? And that's a beautiful thing. Do you know how many problems that solved for me? You understand? Like, that's all, man. We were just talking about that, boy. We was just talking about that, man. That alone.
Right.
Once I came in here and heard that solved so many problems for me. Okay? Just hearing the sexless marriage right there. I was like, God damn, I'm thinking about all the damn sex that I was having. You understand? And wasn't being responsible for none of them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's disgusting as hell. You know what I'm saying? And that was extremely evil. But that's what them preachers taught. You know what I mean? And they got this settle down theory. Where did that even come from? You know, you're going to have sex with everybody and then one day you're just going to magically settle down with somebody good.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Somebody going to treat you right for the rest of your damn life after you done slept with everybody. I don't give a damn if it's male or female. You done slept with every chick that you come across and now you want to settle down with the right woman. You ain't treated damn one right in your life, but now you ready to settle down, boy. Sisters, oh my God, let's not even talk about that.
Yeah, boy.
You turn around and you, what they say? I'm a woman and I got needs. Oh my God. I'm a woman and I got needs. And so you turn around and get your needs met by this dude, and that dude, and this dude, and them dudes at the same time. You understand? You got 4, 5 of them you dealing with at one time. I had a sister tell me it's okay for a woman to have options. I said, damn, you hear you like that sounds terrible. Like you steady sticking different options up inside of you. Like that's an option. You know what you call that? Damn.
It's a lot.
Go ahead, boy.
I remember at the food drive the other day, big girl. She said, she
Oh my
she
God.
said she ain't pleasing no man. She on earth to please herself.
Oh my God. She said that's why the last relationship didn't work. Cause he was trying to tell me what to wear. I said, what you mean? Tell you what to wear? He said, well, if I want to wear some low cut, as they call a top or something, they call it a low cut top, where your breasts hanging out, what they call it? Yeah, she said, if I want to wear something low cut with all, I said, you mean with your breasts and damn near your nipples hanging out? She said, well, yeah, if that's how I feel like. I said, wait a minute, so the brother was telling you not to dress like a hoe and show what he working, you is, you know what I'm saying? That's his body, that's his property. He don't want everybody to see, but you do. She want everybody to see it. And got an attitude with the man that's out. That's why I left his ass alone. Cause now he ain't finna be telling me what to wear and what to do. Mom was like, hell no.
Yeah, boy.
You know, I'm telling you. I said, God damn, boy. But then wonder why. And she did say, you said it, y'all. She said, I'm here to please me, not no man. And boy, couldn't you just see the demon coming out? Just more. At first, she was all nice at first and all sweet. I thought she was a nice big girl. I like big girls and nice ones too, you know. But damn, she turned around and was a full demon. I'm talking about usually just be, hey, how you doing? Talking sweet. No, thank you. You know, ask about the food drive. Y'all don't have some of that food, this and that. Boy, turn around, start talking about that. Lord have mercy.
Boy.
It was over. You understand? It was over. Boy, the fire was shooting across the goddamn the damn playground over there. Straight up. That dragon was spitting fire. Yeah, so yeah, man, these sisters, you know, we gotta stop treating our women like whores, and our women gotta stop being whores. All right.
That's right.
So keep reading.
Her food, her raiment, and her duty of marriage shall he not diminish.
Okay, so just because you take you another wife, don't mean that you can just diminish, just get rid of, do away with the other one. You understand? That's what the word diminish means, to do away with, to get rid of. You can't just get rid of that sister just because you got you somebody new. That what they teach in the Christian church goes completely against the scripture. Everything that they teach goes completely against the scripture. Nothing that they teach is actually biblical. Okay? All that nonsense, all that talking, all that singing and dancing, none of that is in the Bible. All right? Read verse 11.
Come. And if he do not these three unto her, then shall she go out free without money.
Okay, so you get the point of that. Now, ain't no getting rid of no woman for no reason. You understand? The only reason that you get to leave your woman alone is if she cheat. If she can't cook, guess what? That's still your wife. You understand? It's a lot of sisters. These sisters in here know how to cook. You understand? These sisters in here know how to cook. Sister Venice make a fire thing. I won't put your name out there and have people knocking on your door talking about make me one of them lasagnas that Cap was talking about. I'm gonna have to come out there and guard your house like they guard the damn AutoZone. Every time they make that lasagna, like I said, the food be on point. Sean will cook, and like I said, the sisters cook in every class, you know, and that's a good thing. So, like I said, these sisters in here know how to throw it down. Sharma and St. Paul, oh my God, this thing be fire, Well, like I said, you can't, if she don't know how to cook, you just gotta get some cooking lessons. You understand? She got a Google and YouTube. You know what I'm saying? And what's cooking with the Neil? Is they together or did they divorce? Them Christians divorced too, didn't? Yeah. See what I'm saying? The goddamn cooking. I mean, y'all couldn't cook y'all way back together. Like that, baby. You know, I made your favorite chicken wings. Come on home, baby. Baby, I made your favorite little. Come on, man. They cook. Damn, they divorced, Devon. Man, the Christian church is the house of Satan, and they Christians. They are Christians too. You understand? So you can't get rid of that woman because she can't cook, okay? Or because she, you know, talk too damn much. You know, almost every sister talk too damn much. Don't know when to be quiet, do they, about? But guess what? You can't get rid of her just because she talk too much. You gotta help her get a little discipline. Like, baby, like, the game is on. Quiet. You understand? Baby, go in and watch Lifetime or something. Go entertain yourself. Go on Facebook for about 45 minutes till the show go off. You know, help her, you know what I'm saying, zip them lips a little bit. You know. But having a conversation ain't anything wrong with it. Y'all talk all night. Maybe that'll help y'all relationship. Right. Maybe it'll help strengthen it a little bit. You understand? And after that, get busy. That's your wife. You understand? Get you some. Cap still selling that? Give them some, goddamn it.
That's right.
Huh? Yeah. Give them. It get you some too, though. Smells so good, boy. It'll get you some. So, like I said, get you some, goddamn it. So, like I said, man, that's that on that scripture. You can't, like I said, you can't divorce for no reason. Christ said not to put away your wife, and also he said not to divorce your husband. All right. Do we got any questions on the book?
No answer.
Okay, no sweat. All right, we're gonna let me jump to. Let's get on the topic, man, about these leaders. I'm gonna show you this protest that they was doing in Houston today. All right. I'm gonna show you the protest that took place in Houston. Okay, hold tight. Let me pull it up in the Gmail. Bear with me 1 second. Okay, here it is.
I'm sorry, y'all, the
You know, they
connection
made an
keeps failing.
announcement that it was strictly gonna be.
Okay, this now everybody knows that the whole entire earth is damn protesting. You know, we got an article about the other nations of people. What is it? Russia, the Arabs, China, everybody is excited that America is falling. You understand? Go ahead, get your hand up.
I just want to say they are. There was somebody live on Facebook last night named Muhammad Sulama, and all while they were looting downtown, he was just smiling. He was smiling. So he had somebody hold his phone, but recording the whole scene of everything going on. And every now and then he'll get in the camera and just smile and look around and smile, but he wasn't doing anything, just recording the destruction of this place.
Mm-hmm. And they are absolutely excited excited that America, everybody, what's that TV show Chris Rock played? Everybody hates Chris. You know, everybody hates America. You know what I mean? This is a horrible place, man.
That's right.
Like America, you know, they did not. Okay, they tell slaves that slaves supposed to love everybody, but that's not how America is in. You know, got in the position that it's in to be the richest country ever. You understand? They got that way by enslaving and murdering and killing blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians.
Right.
Then when they do business with the other nations of people, it's not like they go in there with a briefcase and that smile on their face and open it up and say, hey, let's do business. The white man come terrorize you first, then turn around and sit down and say, okay, well, are you going to give me what I want, or do we have to continue on with this? You understand? That's how he do business. He come in, blow you the hell up, then say, are you ready to give me that money I asked you for? So of course, I mean, hell, you got blown up. You know what I'm saying? Half your family is gone. So of course you ready to sit down and talk about it now. So that's how the so-called white man does business. He don't do business like what he do on the movies. On the movies, oh my God, he is the man. He come in with briefcase, money, say, hey, look at it, I want this, give it to me. Here's $1 million, take $1 million. Here's $2 million. What do you need? 5? I'll give you 5. You understand? He negotiate that thing on a movie. But then in real life, oh no. You understand? Not at all. So, these other nations of people, they are even excited. Now, I'm not excited about, you understand, what our people are doing, because I know that they have been misled. Okay? The brothers and the sisters that's out there, that's following up behind white people. I said it, and Commander Johanna even said it last night on the Black Watch. You understand that it's them anarchists, man, that's doing the loot. I got several articles that I'm gonna go over discussing that on Sunday's radio show. Okay, that it's them that's doing the majority of everything: the looting, the burning the buildings, the throwing the rocks. You understand? All of that, smashing the windows, all of that. It's white people, but then black people is just following them. You understand? And that's the wrong thing for them to be doing.
Right.
It's to be following them. You need to come follow Commander General Yohana.
That's
Right.
right.
You understand? Which follows Christ. He follows Christ. All right? And Christ followed the Most High. All right? So, like I said, you come in here, that's what you're going to learn to do. Just follow Christ. You understand? So, but our people, because of their leaders, they out there doing all kinds of stuff. You understand? They hurt, number one, they frustration, they trying not to be on that. You know? But hell, when you turn around and you see the white man jump out there, bust the windows, run in there and steal. Well, they clear the sprint out. You see that?
Sure.
They clear the sprint out downtown. And look, when they was filming, he said, look, they done gutted Sprint out. Like this was a rehab they went in there and did. Just took all the walls and took all the everything and just drug it straight on out, threw it in the trash.
A lot.
Go ahead, boy.
They got the little, got the stores up on Martin Luther King Grand, Foot Locker, all up through there. And they got them on the south side off the little plaza right there on Chippewa and Justine. Right there.
Oh, for the Foot Locker is. You talking
Nah,
about?
that's King Highway. Up back towards going back towards Grand.
Okay, hold on. You said Chippewa, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm thinking Gravois. I'm thinking about Gravois.
Right.
Right there by that gas station. Where and then damn, what's that?
This is old steak.
CC's Pizza used to be up there.
Yeah,
Snooks and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one got hit.
Yeah, they hit that too.
They did. Oh, good night.
Wow.
Damn, go ahead.
I also heard they hit a train coming from the armory.
They hit who?
The train coming from Springfield Armory?
Damn, they did.
Yeah, with the guns on
With the
it.
guns. Oh,
No.
man, they been here now. You know what I'm saying? They been here. They ain't new, boy. They been saying, oh, hell, the goddamn devil. He dropped them off in the hood. He dropped the guns off in the hood.
Right.
You know, so people could destroy themselves. Damn, so he hit the armor truck too. I mean, the gun train. Damn, good night, man. Yeah, and you already know who hit that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know them devils hit that thing. You know, Good night, man. But yeah, this video right here, like I said, this is poor leadership right here. You know, it on the surface, you know, a lot of people is looking at this like we gotta do so. I talked to a sister the other day that asked me, what is your organization doing? I said, we're doing the thing that our people need is teaching them properly, number one. You understand? That's the first thing they need to be, is taught properly. They gotta be raised right. Our people was not raised right under Christianity.
Right.
And something else Commander Junior Hanna and General Hyman talked about was you only have two options being born in this place. It's either church or the streets. You understand? When I went to church, I was going to sleep. You understand? I went to sleep, you know, until the women started dancing.
Right.
You understand? That's when I used to get my entertainment on. When the women start dancing and everything would start flying everywhere, and then they start rolling on the floor, and I'll be, damn, boy, Sister Shirley, thinking, dang, you understand? Oh, look at Kiki. Woo-wee. Look at Kiki. Do you love me?
Right.
Are you right? I'm looking at Kiki when she would start shouting and just, oh, Kiki, thinking, you understand? But that's all I was going to church for. I'm just keeping it real. You know what I mean? That's it. And then after that, I hit the street. You know, because my grandmother, she made us go to church. You was going to church. You understand? But after that, all right, man, I'll go. I'm going to church, I'm ready. And after church, I was in the street, you know, and them your only options here, you know, is church and the street. And church is just for sissies. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody that I know that even went to church did not even want to be there. Every man, you know what I mean? They did not want to be there. They would encourage the women and tell that man of yours to come to church, pay his tithe. You know, he need to be in here so the Lord could bless him and all that, you know. But don't no man really want to go to church.
Right.
You know, then I remember when it was my turn when I got grown. You know what I'm saying? Look, my women trying to tell, look, you need to go to church. Like, for what? You go to church. As good as God been to you, girl, I'm evil as hell. Yeah, you mean good? You know what I'm saying? What good did God do to me? Well, I'm doing all the evil that I want to do all week long. And you think Sunday? I remember having this conversation. You think me going to church on Sunday is supposed to make up for everything I done did? Hell, you don't even know all the stuff I was already doing. You know what I mean? Like, what the hell you talking about? Like, good God, because God was turning my ass apart.
That's right.
You understand? Hell you talking about? So like I said, man, look here. I remember it happened to my grandfather, it happened to my father, then it happened to me. You know, I became that same man that did not like going to church. I felt like a hypocrite. You know what I mean? Here I am selling drugs all over the place, and then I'm gonna go to church. I'm gonna listen to the pastor preach. Actually, really, that's where I belong, really. And where all the other hypocrites is. Where all the other evil doers are, really. So, like I said, I would have fit in. You know what I'm saying? They would have accepted me if they'd have known. You know? They would have had no problem with it. So, like I said, it's terrible. And plus, they would get tithes too. Man, how do you pay tithes on drugs, man? That's crazy. That is disgusting. Just the thought of that. Ain't. But like I said, man, our leaders, our so-called black leaders, man, they're not leaders at all. Because if they did, they would have made sure that none of these brothers and sisters was out there. But we're gonna show you who helped forge the whole thing, man. Who signed the deal? This protest just took place today, earlier today.
I'm sorry, I had a
You
connection.
know, they made an announcement that it was strictly gonna be national, going to no more protest. I'll be damned if anybody fucked this up for us today, man. Today we finna do it for God's glory. So look, before we finish talking, I gotta explain this to you. Because you see it's separated here. We're gonna start the line. We'll start it over there.
Did you just hear what he said? He said, you see it's separated. The stuff is not even organized. You know what I mean? It's not even organized. He said they were supposed to have the National Guard out, and it wasn't gonna be no more protesting. But he said, damn that, and you know what I'm saying? We gonna protest today. So then the crowd goes wild. Then he said, you see, listen to me, y'all, because it's separated. You got folks that want to go this way, and you got folks that want to go that way. You know, the stuff is not together. They think that they're coming together in unity when you're really not.
Right.
You're not even together. You know, they even talked about how the protesters, matter of fact, find that article for me. I'm gonna see if I can spot it for you while the video playing. But they when they did the protest in Clayton, okay, because they still out there protesting too, Richmond Heights and all of that. The article's gonna tell exactly what was taking place. The damn protesters was arguing and fighting with each other. All right, just like what we saw in the video in nap time. Remember that was one? The protesters in Indianapolis started arguing. They argued with each other the whole time. They didn't even protest. They didn't even protest. They sat and argued with each other the whole time. It was supposed to be St. Louis and Indianapolis coming together protesting. And then they argued with each other the whole entire time. We don't argue when it's time to handle business.
Right.
In the UPK, we going out there to take care of the Lord business. Ain't no, who in the hell is arguing? What we arguing about? When we on the same team here.
What article was that again?
Look for, I think, it should be titled Protesters. Let me find it out. But let's get back to the video.
Yeah, what we'll do, everybody who here, this street behind you, you're gonna walk past this first street to Walker. When you get to Walker, you're gonna go left. We're gonna march all the way down Walker. So not this street right here. Y'all will go past that. The whole street of Walker is shut down for us. Y'all will be up there. We'll be at the front with the family. And we're gonna do this for Houston, Texas, man. And we're going straight to, we're going straight. Straight to City Hall. And we're gonna show them, I'm not going to Houston, Texas. The whole world watching right now.
Not that one. It's around there everywhere.
Let's get it. Sorry, y'all. I guess it's so many technologies that
Protester died.
again, we're in Houston, Texas. This is Houston, Texas. I'm sorry, y'all.
Let's take a moment to speak as a mother and to be as someone who knows and walks the streets of third world cute homes.
Tuesday's class.
And I want to know whose home this is. Whose home is this? This is our home. Whose home is this? Say our home. It is our home. Our home. We will find justice on the streets of Houston. And I beg of you, I'm joining Bumpy, thank you. I'm going Trey the Truth, thank you. We're going to march in peace, and we're going to show the nation.
I'm sorry, y'all, this is
show the
Houston.
world what George Floyd is all about.
I'm sorry, everyone. This is Houston. This is Houston, Texas. We're at Discovery Green again. This is G. Williams. Live for ST.LOUIS News, Houston, Texas. We're about to do this march. What we walking to? We're going to.
Everybody, wait a second. We're gonna bring Pastor Walter Argus to the stage to lead us in prayer to make sure God is
Okay,
working
here
with us
it is.
today.
That's Bumpy.
Please welcome Pastor.
Man, preacher comes out to lead us in prayer. And now listen to this idiot, man. Just listen to this.
That's Bumpy. That's
From the
sitting
Church of
down.
Memphis family.
Okay, I'm gonna take it back a little bit.
To make sure God is walking with us today.
That's Bumpy.
Please welcome Pastor
That's
Walter
Bumpy.
Argus.
Okay, now this right here, like I said, what the brother that's speaking, what he's saying, this is how you know that black people have no real leaders out there in the Christian churches. Okay, but him saying what he said, this is what he said right here. This lets you know that the Lord is not with them Christians.
What we walking to? We going to
We're going to wait a second. We're going to bring Pastor Walter August to the stage to lead us in prayer to make sure God is walking with us today.
That's bomb.
To make sure God is walking with us today. Let me tell you something. Jesus Walk was just a song by a rapper named Kanye West.
That's right.
Jesus wasn't walking and marching with nobody. You know what Kanye? Jesus walked. God showed me the way because the devil was trying to break me down. The devil, he's breaking us down. He broke George Floyd down, broke the brother's neck down. You understand? He broke them Eric Garner's damn neck down. You understand? They breaking us down. Even doing the protests. We got videos of that. So where the police is out there breaking down the protesters. You understand? The same sister that came with Clara Holmes, she turned around and called me the next night about protesting. She went out there again, even after hearing the scriptures about how protesting ain't finna. But even the stuff that she said out of her own mouth, to where she said, these people hate us, and they ain't gonna. She said they don't care, and they ain't gonna never care. Oh
Right.
my God, you said it out your own mouth. And you still, and then when I say, well, why are you out there telling them that Black Lives Matter? Why you even saying, oh, it's just a phrase? This is what she said herself. This is the protester. It's just a phrase. Like, even you just saying that phrase is not even going to work. They not even hearing it. And she turned around, and when she said, the man wasn't even doing nothing. He was just standing there, and the police grabbed him, body slammed him, and he wasn't even doing nothing. And I'm like, okay, you out there again. Now you got tear gas once, and now you out there again. And it was sad too. The sister turned around when this was the night when they were burning her first, right? And she turned around and said, man, you ain't gonna believe it's like 400 people, the police and stuff out here, man. Oh my God, it's about to go there. She said, it looked crazy. She said, it's crazy, man. She said, it's tear gas, I can smell it. You know what I'm saying? Everything. I said, you could go protest again? She called me like midnight. She called me like midnight and went from one protest to another. She said, start getting, she was out at the gallery. It was out there real late. I think, when did that one stop? About 2, 3 in the morning or something? That one stopped real late. She left. She said the real ST.LOUIS, the news reporter, was begging her like, man, tell them to go, cause you see the police. She said the police came out there shaking their tear gas and getting them clubs out, and tell them, hey, go the fuck home. That's all they kept screaming. And said, oh, while they screamed, they had some shaking up and pulling them sticks out. You know how they do on the movies, they patting them in their hand, you know, so they getting ready to tear your ass up. She said, oh my God, they wasn't listening to me, they wouldn't go nowhere. So I got on out of there, and then went to first. I said, you finna go? Nah, I ain't finna protest, I'm finna go home. She said, brother, go pray for me. So you know what she did? She went to the protest. She went out there and probably got tear gas again. I said, damn, she is nuts about that stuff. You know, she is really obsessed with protesting. All right, but this brother here said, let us have the pastor come on out and pray for us to make sure that God is with us. God is not with your protests.
Right.
You understand? Matter of fact, Martin Luther King did the same thing. God wasn't with him either. Martin Luther King got his brain blown out. You understand? If God is so with you in the blood, you know, you're covered by the blood, you understand? Then why ain't you covered? Why ain't you covered then? If you covered, you know, all you got to do is say, I'm covered with the blood of the mighty blood of Jesus. You understand? Come on now, if you covered with the blood in the name of Jesus, what's the problem? You know, go ahead, sis. Right? Exactly. So this is right, and this is how you know that they scared for real. They really scared. They are. I mean, and by right, they got the right to be terrified. I mean, damn, the white man is an animal.
Right.
He is an animal. You understand? That shows no mercy. You know, like he's like a vicious dog. It just when they bite you, when they never let go. Oh my God! You ever seen somebody get attacked by a vicious dog? Well, I saw George Floyd get attacked by. You understand? I see all the tapes of brothers and sisters getting attacked by these vicious dogs. You know, the white man is an animal.
That's right.
You know, he is an animal. And if these leaders really was led by God, they wouldn't even be out there. They wouldn't even be out there. Why are you putting your people in danger? Why would you put them in danger? That right there tells you that that's not of God. Martin Luther King even realized that. At one point, you understand? He realized, you know what, this thing that I'm doing with my people is all wrong. I'm leading them to the danger. Giving them to the white man, making these deals with, who was that? Cabal, look that up, who he made that deal with. They gave his ass a set of pins. They gave Martin.
That was Lyndon Baines Johnson.
That was who?
LBJ. The president after Kennedy got killed.
Lyndon B. Johnson? Lyndon Johnson. Okay, that's who it was. He got turned around and gave him some pins. As he signing deals, selling us out, you understand? With the white man, he turned around and gave, oh, you know what? Here you go. Gave him a set of pins that he sit and signed bills and laws with. And he took that like that was something. Like, come on, man. That's what you selling your people out for? A pen? You understand? Like, come on. Straight up. That's what Martin Luther King did. And what are they doing? They're still doing it, right?
Damn right.
They still selling us out. And we still ain't getting nothing. We're still getting beat, killed, murdered, everything. They still doing the same stuff though. Like, I really don't understand that. From back when Martin Luther King started doing it, and to now, it's the same shuffle. And the same stuff is happening. The same stuff is happening. The peaceful protesters are getting attacked by the police. Like, so what's so peaceful about your protest? They not being peaceful.
Right.
The police is not being peaceful. So how is the protest peaceful? It makes no sense. But now listen to the gay pastor.
Family, listen up real quick. We've had a 30-second time of prayer in the memory of George Floyd. Right now, we're getting ready to go to the throne of grace and mercy. And I'm going to ask you, if you don't mind, to go ahead and focus in and that God would lead us in this moment and in this time.
Amen. Amen.
This is the sacred time for the body of Christ. It's the sacred time for the and your hand of grace.
He said this is a sacred time for the body of Christ. What is putting on your favorite pair of tennis shoes? You understand? Some jogging pants and a t-shirt. What is so sacred about that? And then walking out there possibly getting beat upside your head. Go ahead, come on.
I think he just means going to go beg to the white man, like they always.
Yeah, God, that's probably it. That's really what he's talking about. That's what making it so sacred. Because the white man is gonna cut him a check. You understand? He gonna beg and plead, and have you get knocked all upside your head. You know, we shall overcome and all that now. Same shuffle, same nonsense. That's really what they want to be the next top Martin Luther King. That's all they want to do.
Right.
You know, that's why he was out there sounding like he's preaching. You know what I'm saying? He's sounding like he's trying to preach. Yeah, but let's finish.
And I'm going to ask you, if you don't mind, to go ahead and focus in and that God would lead us in this moment and in this time.
Amen.
Hold on one second.
Family, listen.
Here we go.
Listen up real quick. We've had a 30-second time of prayer in the memory of George Floyd. Right now, we're getting ready to go to the throne of grace and mercy.
The throne of grace and mercy. You understand? Hey, you know what you call it? Because you know where they're going? City Hall.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They are marching to City Hall. That's where they going. Okay?
Right.
So you called it. You called it right now. You have to hit the nail on the head. We going to beg at the throne of mercy. And the throne is the white man, the judges. That's the throne. It ain't the Most High. It ain't God. You understand? Because if they was begging at his mercy, they would be in here with us.
That's
You
right.
understand? Praying for the destruction, you understand, of America and our enemies, so that we can get our kingdom. You understand? That's in the scripture.
Damn right.
You gonna pray for some, pray for their destruction, not praying for a new car, you know what I'm saying, like the preachers do, or a new jet, like the pastors do. You know what I'm saying? Oh, the Lord said I need a new jet. You know, so I need 96 million, and he got it too.
Mhm.
Damn.
Mhm.
He prayed to his God and got it. You know, but he said we finna go and beg at the throne of grace and mercy. Good night. I thought it was justice. What they call the throne of justice? What they call it? What they call them? What they call that? The court of God. Ain't it something like that? Don't they say something like that? The throne of justice or something?
It's going to City Hall, which is the government seat of power.
Seat of power? Okay, God. I knew it was something. Seat of power. There you go.
Ask you, if you don't mind, to go ahead and focus in, and that God would lead us in this moment and in this time.
Amen.
It's a sacred time for the body of Christ. It's the sacred time for the and your hand of grace. And Father, we are rapping on your door right now. We're asking God for your leadership. God, we're asking for your wisdom. We're asking God for your strength and your power. We ask right now in the name of Jesus that you would cover, God, our mayor, those who are working in the county,
Cover
those
the mayor?
law enforcement personnel,
All law
those
enforcement?
on the streets,
Wait a
those
minute.
who are witnessing.
Why are you praying for the law enforcement when the law enforcement is the ones that's killing us? You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, come on.
Because he considers them his brothers. He's amazing.
Okay, absolutely.
That's the only people I know that use the word rat instead of not.
Absolutely. You're good night. Man, look, that is ridiculous. He's praying for the mayor. You understand? When the mayor don't give a damn about you,
That's right.
praying for the city personnel. You understand? The people that work in the city. Them devils, they don't care about you either, nigga. You understand? And then all of the police that is on the force. Man, you know how horrible Houston police is to them brothers and sisters down there in Houston, man. And he's praying for them. Good night, Bavon. Come on. This is your leader, man. This is your preacher.
Here, God, we pray for the body that's here, that's assembled themselves from the four winds of the city of Houston. We thank you, God, for those who travel near and far to be here, Master. Father, we are Houstonians, Master. And we love you, Lord. So as we travel today, God, let your angels be on every corner. Give, Lord, God, we are unified today, Master. Help us to be strong. Protect us on this journey. We love you, Lord. We give you all the glory, give you all the praise, all the honor. It's in Jesus' name we pray.
Amen.
Everybody can say amen.
Amen.
Look, they ain't even feeling that mess, you're.
Right.
One person clapped.
Right.
Go ahead,
right.
Bavon.
Them devils don't believe in God.
They don't. They really don't. You understand? Esau gave up his blessing because he didn't believe.
Right.
You understand? That was the whole point. They kill me. Preachers love saying, 'cause I argue with a couple of black preachers, love saying that Jacob tricked him. You understand? When they obviously, I ask them every time they say that, can you read, Pastor? Because the scripture don't say nothing about he got tricked out of nothing. It don't say he tricked his damn self.
Right.
What we say in the hood, hey, you played yourself. You understand? That's what he did. Esau played himself. And then it said he thought about it afterwards, which he would have been blessed. Like, I mean, man, it's clear as day. But black Black preachers hate black people now. Simple as that. They hate their own people. That's why they butt up to our oppressors. You know, that's why they work for the white man, because they hate you. You understand? And that's why it's so easy for them to go in there and make all of those lies up and preach that same nonsense every damn Sunday about love. Like how many topics on love can you come up with? Like every Sunday is love, ain't it?
Yeah.
Every damn Sunday is love. The church is, oh, you know what? Jesus loved, God loved. It was one sister at one of my contracts. Oh my God, when she saw me coming, she knew that I was not a Christian. And she used to try to put all that, no, seriously, the woman, she even wanted to have a debate with us. And I said, sis, you can have a discussion, but we ain't gonna debate you, so you're not cut out for this, okay? I know you think you on fire for Jesus and all that nonsense that I'll be talking about in that church, but you ain't gonna get your fire put out. You come in here like that. I said, but you can call and have a discussion and this and that. It's no problem. But she would always, every time, Jesus loved you. Jesus loved you. He loved you, brother. I'm telling you, Jesus. Like, you don't stop with that Christian. That used to get on my nerve, man. You understand? But let's get a couple of scriptures, man. That right there was extremely disgusting. You know, because if you want to do it the way God, if you want God to be with you, you got to get out of the protest. You got to get off of the streets. You understand? And you got to get on the corners with us. Walking the streets ain't finna do nothing. Like, I'm still not understanding, like, what is so. They had a video where they blocked what's that, 44 downtown? They blocked 44, walked all across it, you know, and the news reporter, oh man, look at this. This is beautiful. People is coming together. And the Christian is so, I mean, it has to be a magical spell, okay, cast upon our people where they really believe walking across the highway, stopping unnecessary traffic is a beautiful thing. And I couldn't help myself, I'm sorry. You understand? I said, if any of our people believe that what they are witnessing is in any way, shape, form, or fashion amazing, you got a disease worse than AIDS. You understand? Like, this is not a miracle. This is not miraculous. When black people come together, that's gonna be the miracle.
Right.
You understand? That's when damn, this is miraculous right here. Nakers is together. You understand? They done stopped getting high together. They done stopped look, we can stop the prostituting that go on right up and down these damn streets right here. Just stop treating our sisters like who or sleep with. We can stop that. It looks so bad. You understand? Our sisters look so bad out there, and they be out there all day and all night. Being here, leaving here last night and coming back, right? Once we finished with the food drive, the same prostitute, when I turn around and come back and leave out this morning, the same prostitutes is walking around the street. Just out there all damn night. No bath, no food, no nothing, man. And doing all kinds of immoral things just for a little piece of crack. You know what I mean? Or some heroin. You know, or whatever drug they are. That's the miracle I want to see. I want to see black people marching with white folks. You understand? What the hell is that going to do? You gonna get out there and march, you get home, damn, my feet hurt. You understand? You're going to take a bath, you're going to go to sleep. And then, guess what? Once all this is over, still going to be trouble in the hood. While you think you making a major move by joining white people, we need to fix the goddamn hood. Let's march around the hood and fix it.
Right.
You understand? Let's get in here some all black and some boots, and we set up camp around, you understand, around the city, and then we fix the hood. Not joining white people in I mean, and that weakens the protest anyway. You understand? You can, I'm telling you, because they join each and every one. And they all, the whole meaning, the whole zeal, the whole drive everything, you can see it going straight down. You understand? Because I remember when I talked to them at the last protest that they did here, I asked them, I said, how are you protesting the very people that you trying to join? I said, that don't even make sense to me.
Right.
On one hand, you saying that these people are bad, they murdering us, they killing us, they oppressing us, they mistreating us, and then the next you saying that they need it in the we need them in the in the protest. And you know what they told me? You know what they told me when we asked them, I kept asking them more questions. I said, how do you trust the people that you can't trust? And you know what they said? You know, they always got an answer for everything. And he said, well, I keep one eye on them. I said, come on, man.
Salaki.
Go ahead.
And then this article you got right here about the Ferguson activist who got arrested.
Go ahead.
Kind.
And bring up the point you wanted to say. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's just like what you was just saying. You protesting for nothing.
Come.
You know what I'm saying? He went to protest in Minneapolis and came home and got arrested.
Oh, God, yeah, that brother. Yeah, exactly. They was waiting on him.
Right.
They was waiting on. Oh, that's where he at. They waiting on him as soon as he got back.
Salaki, just goes
Go
to
ahead.
show you that they hear what they want to hear.
Oh man,
You
come
know,
on.
they see what they want to see.
Come on, man. You already
You know,
know.
and
man.
they gonna do what they want to do.
You already know, man. Come on. You want to read some more?
Kind.
Go ahead.
Ferguson activist Mike Avery, who had just returned from protest in Minneapolis, was arrested at his St. Louis County home in front of his parents and children at around 1 p.m. today.
Mm-hmm. There's a whole video on it too. We got the video of it too.
According to Avery's own Facebook Live video, it's unclear from the video where the law enforcement officers were from, but family members said they had FBI written on their non-distinct uniforms.
Mm-hmm.
They said they were arresting him on a warrant for a minor traffic violation. Nah. Come on, son. The FBI don't arrest you for a traffic violation.
No.
That's a lot.
No, not at all. They ain't got time to waste on no traffic ticket.
Right.
They'll let the ones that ride the bike pick you up for that before they step down and come get you. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, they was waiting on that brother. That was crazy. Let's get a couple scriptures before we get out.
Come.
We're right at the time. Give me Matthew 23 and 28. Let's see what that was saying.
Come. Matthew chapter 23, verse 28. Even so, ye also outwardly appear righteous unto men, but within ye are full of hypocrisy and iniquity.
Okay, now, this is talking, matter of fact, read 27 to 28. This is talking about your Christian preacher. This is talking about this pastor that we just watched on this damn video that was lying to the goddamn protesters, talking about we're going to pray to God, but God, we love you, and God, we hear you, and God, we this you, and God, we that you. All that nonsense, man. You understand? When God ain't hearing none of that, God is actually sitting on the throne angry. You understand? He's actually sitting up there furious that here you are again. Like, what is it going to take for you to separate from these people? What is it going to take for you? I mean, I said it at the last protest, the one before that, like, what is it going to take? More brothers and sisters to get killed in order for you to say? And guess what? It's taking more and more brothers, and these preachers still don't want to separate. You understand? And they still ain't teaching the people the proper way of doing things the way the Lord said do it. You understand? Keep going, bro. Read that.
Matthew chapter 23, verse 27. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites.
Okay. Christ is calling your Christian preacher a hypocrite. That's who the scribes and Pharisees are. You understand? Was the Christian pastors, your deacons, your reverends, your bishops. Okay, that's who they is. Keep going.
For ye are like unto whited sepulchres, which indeed appear beautiful outward,
Mm-hmm.
but are within full of dead men's bones and of all uncleanness.
Good night. That preacher, it's like a beautiful sepulchre. The stone that they put, what they call a headstone. You understand? The sepulchre is what they put you inside of. Like they still do that, right? But they still do them things, especially down in the South. Like New Orleans, like no, they don't bury you down in the ground in the South. You understand? Due to the water and high rise and all that down there. Do they do that in Florida too? Because I think they flood too, but
I don't know if they do.
yeah, I know Florida flood too, but I don't know if they do it. But I know down in the north, boy, ain't no casting in the ground. And them things they put the body in, they be hooking it up, putting all kinds of art on it, angels and whatever the hell you want on the damn thing. You understand? What's the little angel, the one that's supposed to fail? You understand how he be looking on his knee, wings all looking all sad, slumped all, he down on his knee looking. You know what I'm saying? They put all kind of stuff on the damn sepulchre, man, and make it look good on the outside. But what's on the inside is full of dead men's bones. You understand? And that's what this pastor's like. That's misleading these people, man. Come on, we're gonna pray so that God is with us while we out here. We're gonna make sure that God is with us on this walk. That you scared as hell to do the walk. Let me tell you something. Look, we ain't scared to go to camp.
Right.
Look, I hate when we can't go to camp. This goddamn stay-at-home order is killing me. You understand? Man, I go by the campsites and nobody in the world is outside. You know what I'm saying? And look, we know we taking a chance at dying when we get out there. And guess what? We'll do it for this truth.
That's right.
You understand? We willing to die for. We ain't your Christian pastor. But we finna go to the throne of grace and mercy, and we gonna beg and plead with the white man. Nah, we ain't doing that. We praying for the destruction of this place. Right in his face. That's what we do.
That's right.
Right in his face. Not saying that, you know what, can we all just get along? Nah, man. You understand? They get along as that. No, it's time for you all to be put in chains. You are a loose animal. They loose animals. The mayor already said that tactic that officer used is nothing lawful. You understand? It says nothing that we teach our officers, nothing that we approve of, or it was completely illegal for him to do. But they're going to march and protest. We're going to see if they get a conviction. They so happy about him being arrested. Hell, they lock all of them up. You understand? They lay all of them off. They send all of them home. They do that to every last one of them. You know? And still nothing happens, man. Keep reading the Bible.
Come. Even so ye also outwardly appear righteous unto men.
Outwardly, you appear righteous. All that talk that he was doing, they really thought that God finna be with us now. The pastor, yeah, yeah. God, we love you, and God, we here for you, and God, we need you, and in God, we trust, and in God, we don't trust, and in God, sometimes we trust. All that nonsense. He appears to, you know, say outwardly, you understand, to men to be righteous. Okay. Like for some odd reason, I don't know why the gay look got to be the look that's just godly. You know what I'm saying? I think God that got into the Israelite school, University of Practical Knowledge.
Right.
Because the righteous is hard. You hear me? Hardcore. Go ahead, Kabal.
Like, does white Jesus is gay?
Absolutely. He is gay. You understand? Roman togas, the bathrobes that they wear in the choir, a whole preacher wearing a big old bathrobe. Like, come on, man. Like, what's wrong with you? You're looking like a sissy up there in front of your members.
It's a lot.
Go ahead, Bob.
Then the Christians believe he ain't have nothing up under it. And
Sometimes they don't. Sometimes they don't. I believe that. Sometimes they do not. Because they gay. They are gay. Like that one preacher, man, that turned around and called himself anointing, I guess some deacons to be preachers or whatever. And he made them lay down on the floor, covered these men, he made them lay on their stomachs, covered them with some sheets, and he turned around and stood over them and prayed for a second and got down and jumped on they butts and they back, shaking and getting his little freak on with them. I said, man, these men is I'm looking at this like, are you actually, you still like first you got down there for him, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you laid there. Ain't no man finna come tell me lay down and I'ma do it. You know what I'm saying? And then cover me with a sheet. And then lay on top of me and shake. And then I just stay there. I'm not even going down there, first of all. You understand? That's the first thing. You know? Like, that is disgusting as hell. But that's your preacher, though. And I don't see who would look at that. I don't see why he didn't lose all of his members that day. Because who could see that and say, you know what? God just blessed them, man. You know what I'm saying? Who would look? I would look at like, oh my, did he just do it? Oh, come on, y'all. Let's go. Let's go. We got to go. You understand? That's what I would have did. But they actually stayed.
Right.
They actually stayed and clapped, cheered, and all. They was happy. They thought God was with. Go ahead, sis. They do. They really do. And it ain't in the scripture. Show me the scripture where God loved the homosexual, then I'll believe it. Until then, I'll believe what I read 1,000 times. It's not in there. You understand? He hate homosexuals. And what is there to love about it? Like, I still don't understand that. And they got some demons like no other. Gays got some serious demons. Like, they claim to be just all full of love, right about, they just want to be loved by everybody, but they are extremely violent.
That's right.
Homosexuals and lesbians are violent as hell. I don't know where they get that love theory from. You understand? But it seems to be working in them churches. Okay? Because they do tell them that God loved them too. And that in no way, shape, form, or fashion is actually true. Okay? Let's see. Give me a couple more, Bond. Go to Ezekiel 34 and 10. Give me a couple more of these scriptures to show you that these Christian preachers, man, are the reason that our people is even out there protesting. They are the reason, like back in the day when Martin Luther King first started and organized it, because guess what? It's nothing. I don't see what they think so new about white people joining the protest, because hell, a lot of white people led the protests. They led some protests in different branches. They had white people that was leading protests the same way they're doing today. Just out there walking. They really thinking it's amazing or something new. You know what I'm saying? That white people was out in protest. Like, they get out there all the time, don't they? Come on. Every protest. Go ahead.
Bernie Sanders was protesting when he was in college.
Come on. You understand? Like, when did they stop? They've been doing this.
And he's like 80 or something.
Exactly. He's been doing it for a long time. Yeah. That's why they talking about voting for him. They gonna think he black. Like they did Bill Clinton. Come on, because Bill Clinton got some hit. Come on, man. Like, how does that, what that got to do with you being a brother? Go ahead.
Like, it was because he played the saxophone and smoked weed.
That too. You know what I'm saying? And had Monica Lewinsky up under the table. She was a complete whore.
Right.
Filthy whore too. Spit it all on her dress. Like, you know what I'm saying? Took it out of her mouth, spit it on the dress, and went home. Like, good night. Come on, man. That is one filthy broad. You know what I mean? Like, she did. That's how you know that don't none of them follow the laws. You supposed to wash. The scripture say you supposed to wash yourself and your goddamn clothes after you have any type of sex, whether it be vaginal or damn oral or whatever sex you have. You better go clean yourself afterwards. But that devil didn't clean herself or her clothes. Damn. She probably still got cum all on her shoes. You understand? And didn't even she didn't wipe them down either. But hey, but those people are disgusting, man. And this who you trying to join with. This who you trying to follow. You know, this is who our people is following, man. They'll come swallow and spit her.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And save her, okay? And save the damn dress, put it in a cleaner's bag. You know what I'm saying? The ones that zip all the way up, cover it down. Save the goddamn dress now. Come on, man. Like, wasn't she on the camera? You know what I'm saying? Wasn't she there on the camera? Yeah, to turn around and save the dress. Damn. Talk about a DNA test. That took DNA through the roof when she did that. They was like, oh yeah, that's Bill's. That's his. He was there. Go ahead and read that scripture.
Ezekiel chapter 34, verse 10. Thus saith the Lord God, behold, I am against the shepherds, and I will require my flock at their hand.
The Lord is against that preacher that just preached that prayed that prayer. Like, God is not even hearing them. Like, the scripture says that, you understand, God heareth not sinners.
Right.
And the protest they're full of sinners, man. They need to be in here with us. You understand? That's where our brothers and our sisters need to be. Not out there protesting. All right? And not listening to no filthy Christian preacher either. Go ahead, Obama, did it? Go ahead, read this.
And cause them to cease from feeding the flock.
And they need to stop feeding the flock, them lies, and all of that garbage, that mumbo jumbo, them fake prayers that nobody's hearing. Preachers have been praying that, so-called praying that black people be all right. You understand? Hell, they pray that you be all right, you get a job, and pray for your health. And what else do they be praying for, Kabal?
Money.
Money? Give me some, please. Give me some, sis. What else do they be praying for?
Bigger house.
Who? Bigger house?
Bigger house and debt relief.
And you still on Section 8? You understand? You still ain't got no house. You still, man, over in East St. Louis, I'm gonna stop real quick. It was some project apartments that they talking about tearing down. And those poor old ladies, man, it was a bunch of them in this building. And they had been on Section 8 for 30 and 40 and 50 damn years, living on low income. They whole damn life in this complex. And it's so run down and raggedy. The building needs to be torn down. And they was like, where we gonna go? We ain't got nowhere to go. You understand? And they turned around, and like I said, the point I'm making is that them old ladies have been on that stuff forever. And you know where they was at? They went to church. They all went to church. They all went to church. They all paid the tithe. A couple of pastors came out and said something in the interviews. You know, they said a few things. They ain't helping them. They ain't taking none of that money that they've been giving to the church and fix the goddamn building for the old ladies. They ain't doing that. But that church show look good over there. You understand? East St. Louis got some nice big old churches. But why in the hell do the neighborhoods and the houses, why are they so run down? Why the streets so full of holes? You understand? Like, you can't drive down no street in East St. Louis without swerving the whole damn line. You understand? Because you're gonna hit 1,000 holes. Before you get to where you're going, boy, you're gonna run into 1,000 holes. And they ain't even trying to fix nothing over there. They're not even trying. These members living in shacks. You see some of them houses over there on the east side? God damn! I mean, it looked like backwoods of Mississippi. You know what I mean? Straight up log. A lot of them look like log houses. You know what I mean? That's how old and raggedy and wore down it is over there. But nobody came to them old ladies' rescue. No preacher went in there and said, you know what? Hell, we got a couple of million we can spend and put, make this building better for these sisters, man. And they don't even do it, But yeah, they praying for everything, and these people have been in these conditions since forever, since they was little girls going to church. And when they got grown, so none of them prayers is working. And none of them prayers is working. We gotta get away from these people, man.
That's right.
You understand? They are destroying the flock. They are, the God is against those shepherds. You understand? Because they are not leading sheep properly. They are lying to this dude right here, this preacher, got them out there praying, to getting ready, like Cabal said, to go and beg the white man. They marching to City Hall. That's what their march was. That's what their march was about. And then on the second video, if we had time, we could have played it. They had to keep repeating it. It's a peaceful protest, peaceful protest. They were scared out of their mind. You understand? They trying to alert the police, let them know. Ours ain't finna do nothing. You understand? Ours is just gonna walk. Ours is just gonna stand here. Ours ain't finna burn nothing, mouse. Ours ain't finna bust no windows, man. You ain't gonna have no trouble out of me, mouse. That's what they was doing. Steady hollering, this is a peaceful protest. This is a peaceful protest, man. Yeah, Martin Luther King said that too before he got shot.
Right.
You understand? All the peaceful protesters at Anthony Lamar Smith protest, they said that before they got beaten, locked up. They was beating and locking them brothers up. And that's all they was doing. I was a peaceful protester. I was a peaceful protester. I was ain't do nothing. I was just stand here and I was be good. That's what they was doing. That's what they said. And they still got beat and they still got thrown in a cell. It's another video of that I saw today where some business owners and now the brothers and sisters, it was unclear. I got to watch it again. I don't know if they was helping the store owners in LA or did they own a business, you know what I'm saying, themselves. And some looters came to loot, whatever, and the Arabs come out they store, they got shotguns ready to shoot the brothers. They this is my family business. Get out of here, you ain't finna do this here and all this. And the brothers and sisters, like I said, I couldn't really make it out because, you know what I'm saying, it was something they kept saying was next door. You know, the reporter kept saying, no, they was next door. So I gotta figure out if they owned a business next to the Arabs, you know, and they was just stopping maybe they thought they were gonna come in their building or what. But the police, they called the police, the Arabs had called the police, the damn news reporter flagged the police down. They went past a couple times. And they turned around, she flagging them down. And the police jumped out the car and went and arrested the brothers and sisters that was trying to protect the business. They didn't bother them goddamn Arabs. They're sitting there with shotguns in their face. They went straight to the Nakers and locked them up. And the reporter is screaming, no, you got the wrong people. They didn't do anything. They did not do anything. They're not the looters. They didn't do it. You got the wrong people. And then finally, after the officer turned, the reporter had to even tell him and say, hey, you're being recorded live. He come over there, he said, okay, where are the looters? She said, look, you have those people right there. Those are not the right people. No, he said, okay, where are the looters? Like, he's ignoring the lady. Right. They still got them in cuffs. They still in their face, fingers in their face, asking what they was doing. What you could see the video. She like, look, you got them. He said, hey, where are the looters? You understand? He like, fuck that. Fuck them niggas, man. Where are the people that was looting? And he still locked them up. And then turned around trying to explain why he was doing what he was doing. After she said, I'm steady telling you that those are not the people. And he said, well, look, lady, look, I don't have time for that. But we're trying to figure this thing out. Where are the looters? She said, I'm telling you, them ain't them. The reporter, the white woman, steady trying to tell the white officer that these are not the looters. Why are you arresting them? And they still got arrested. So like I said, I don't know if it was their business or they was with the Arabs or whatever, you understand. But I hope they wasn't with the Arabs trying to protect their business. You understand? What I think happened, but I think that they were trying to come in and buy something. That's really what I believe they was doing. Because another brother had pulled up. And I think he was going to try to get him some liquor. And they kept saying, we closed. They kept telling everybody they closed. So they probably know they regular customers. You know what I'm saying? That's coming in and out the store. So at one point they hollering at the looters, telling them, hey man, you ain't don't come up here with that. You ain't finna do that up in here. This is my family business. And then at certain people they said, we close, we close, we close. You know what I'm saying? So they knew they regular people that came into their establishment. You know, and then those people, I really believe that those were some of the people that come to the establishment. You know, and they turned around and got locked up anyway. Even as the reporter said it about 15 times. These are the wrong people. They were not looting. These are not the ones. And they still turned around and had their brothers and sisters in cuffs, up against the wall, harassing them, while the reporter is steady saying, you got the wrong people, man. These people man, they are evil as hell.
That's
You
right.
understand? These people that rule over us, oh my God, they are evil as hell. Go ahead, sis.
I think one of the solutions for that is keep you some boards. Keep you some boards in your storage room somewhere and say they protest and lose them, just come to your window and go home.
For real. Take all of your stuff out.
Right.
You know, like for instance, I don't know why Lee's Pawn and Jewelry wouldn't do it. Take your jewelry and your TVs or whatever the hell you got out the store and go put it up. Like the one, what's the name of that one on MLK and Kennedy? What's the name of that one? Since COVID-19 hit, it's a pawn shop right there across from the restaurant. What's the name of that? London's I don't know, change the name. Ain't London and
First
Son.
Cash.
No, it ain't. I don't think it's. Is it?
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure which one it is, but right there across from London and Sons is a pawn shop, and they took once COVID-19 hit, they took everything out of there. There's not. So if you do break in, they ain't gonna lose much. You understand? They ain't got nothing in there. But why wouldn't you do the same thing? Like you said, just take the stuff out, and if they, burn the building up, you just lose your building. You know what I mean? And you got insurance on your building. You know, it's a hassle. You know, and you gotta, get it rebuilt, and you know what I'm saying, fix back up. But damn, but you can turn around and knock it down. You'll get covered by your insurance. You'll go ahead. Who? Manisi, yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's that pawn shop right there at Martin Luther King and Kennedy. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, sis. You understand? Oh, yeah, that's the pawn shop right there. And they took all their stuff out, and they wasn't looting, and they wasn't, you know what I'm saying, doing any of that. So that would have been a smarter thing to do, was just take the stuff out instead of having somebody secure the goddamn pawn shop. Take everything out, leave a sign up and say that there is nothing in here. They probably gonna break in anyway, but damn, leave the sign and put the signs up and say, hey, there's nothing here, or like you said, put some boards up. You know, hell, do that versus, trying to block them from getting in the goddamn building. When they gonna get them white folks, they gonna get in that building. They gonna get in that building. They gonna throw a pipe bomb or something, or a cocktail bomb. They gonna throw something in that building like they did downtown at the 7-Eleven. Go ahead.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, if they can't get in, they gonna burn it to the ground.
Yeah.
That's what they like doing.
Even when they get in, they gonna burn it to the ground. They got in the 7-Eleven and burnt it to the ground. You understand? That was terrible. That was terrible to see that. You know, like I said, and what was even more terrible, man, is my people that's being led by these preachers. You understand? They out there. When them brothers and them sisters need to be in here with us. You know what I'm saying? Getting down, man. It's true. Give me Ezekiel. Let me see. Skip Ezekiel. Give me Zechariah 11 and verse 4 and verse 5. Give me that, and then we're gonna get out of here. Yeah, man, but you got to know by now that Christianity is not the way. The same old Christian shuffle is not the way. The same old preachers praying for you, laying hands on you, is not the way. It is not the way. God said in the scripture that marching and protesting is not the way. It's not going to do anything. As miraculous and as marvelous and stupendous as it may seem that white people has joined your protest, and you think you made some kind of marker in life or something, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know how when you stand up against the door jamb and you click that little marker when you 2, you know what I'm saying? And then when you 3, you're like, ooh, look how tall my baby they got. Then when you 4, or you think you really did something. You're like, ooh, I was short back then, but now I'm tall. You're, man, but look, they really think that they doing something by having those people. Like I said, Martin Luther King had white people organizing his protests. He had white people that would go in establishments and say, hey, is this property for rent? Is this home for sale? Is this business right here? I saw it's for rent outside. I would like to put a business here. He'll send black people in first, and then the black people would get denied. Oh, it's no longer for sale. Oh, someone just bought this. Oh, someone just called and rented. They're on their way down here to put a cash deposit down, and it's no longer available. We're going to take the signs out of the window. And then he would send white people in, and oh, hey, how you doing? Oh, you're interested in our property, huh? Oh, well, let me show you around. Let me show you the place. You know, the rent here is only $300 a month. You know what I mean? That's what he did with white people. This was the white people that were working with Martin Luther King. You understand? So that's nothing new to have them in your march and in your protest. And Martin Luther King still died. And guess what? Guess what our people doing out there marching and protesting? Doing the same Martin Luther King shuffle. They out there dying. You understand? They out there dying. All right? Go ahead, Bob. Read that for me.
Zechariah chapter 11, verse 4. Thus saith the Lord my God, feed the flock of the slaughter.
Feed the flock of the slaughter. What flock of people that you know is getting slaughtered? Huh? It sure ain't the goddamn Jewish white man, right. the Israeli, the ones that people, the whole earth believe that they are the children of God. You know, like what? Who's slaughtering them? You understand? Other than the goddamn Arabs that they at war with. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't nobody as a whole doing nothing to them. You know? But us, we getting slaughtered by everybody, man. You understand? Especially that so-called white man. That goddamn devil that the Bible speaks of.
Right.
Keep going, Abon.
Whose possessors slay them.
Whose possessors do what?
Slay them.
Our possessors slay us. The people that own the slaves is murdering them too. They've been doing it, they ain't stopped. They've been doing it since slavery. And now that we so-called free, what are they still doing? Abon?
Slay them.
They still slaying us. They still slaying us. Why we gotta keep marching and protesting for a damn injustice? Huh? They talking about the protesters now believe that, and guess what? That's the same old thing too. Is that now they believe if white people join the protest, then maybe other white people would hear them and then turn around and set us free and stop killing. It ain't gonna happen. They've been hearing you. They talking about they want, what did the sister that protest Sunday, that came here Sunday said? What she said? We want our voices heard. They hear you. They hear you. They hear you say his name, George Floyd. Say her name, Sandra Bland. Say his name, Jameer Rice. They hear every time that you do this. They hear you. But guess what? They don't hear you. They ain't paying you no damn attention. They waiting for you to get out there so that they can hurt you some more. So that they can hurt you some more. And what got me about her is what made her go back out there when she said it. She said the damn cop, the white cop, walked up on her, jammed that goddamn tear gas in her face like, bitch, Said like he was trying to kill me. He was. Why do you think he sprayed you so much? Why do you think he walked directly up on you? That's why you don't need to be out there. You're not supposed to be. That's not the way. That's not gonna work. It didn't work with Martin Luther King. We ain't got nowhere. Because each and every preacher and politician and black activists that get out there keep saying the same thing. They say, we done came a long way, but we got a long way to go. Man, I get so sick of hearing that. And I'm waiting. That's why I'm watching all this stuff. And I'm waiting to hear one of them say it in this. You know what I'm saying? They say it every protest, every killing, every beating. They say it. We done came a long way, but we got a long way to go. How long is it gonna take? That's what I'm trying to find out, Pastor. Like, what is it gonna take, black activists? You know what I'm saying? To where it actually manifests. You know, to where that thing is tangible, where I can see it, feel it, taste it, touch it. You understand? Not just be thinking, one day eyes will be free. I'm tired of thinking that. You understand? That's why I joined the ISUPK. I was tired of wondering when the eyes will be free, especially when the scripture got broke down to me when it said that the kingdom of heaven is within you. You sitting waiting on the kingdom. We getting it now. We ain't waiting on it. You understand? We getting it right there. Go ahead, read.
And they that sell them, Salakia,
Go ahead. Right
from
there
the
where I
top,
want you.
whose possessors slay them, and hold themselves not guilty.
Our possessors slay us time after time after time after time after time, and again and again and again and again. They've been murdering us since we've been their slaves in the field with shackles on our feet and our hands. And guess what? They still doing the same thing. They are still slaying us right now today. And guess what? They make up. They say I had to do it. They actually believe they needed to murder you. Look at you. You're an animal. You're a slave. That's how the oppressor feel about us. We are out of control when you are killing everything that moves. And then hold themselves not guilty. What kind of verdict do we always get? We always get a not guilty verdict. Do you know how crazy our people went when they heard that the murder of their brother Anthony Lamar Smith, has what they like to say, what's that word? Incriminating evidence. You understand? He had all of the incriminating evidence that was against him. They saw him when he went to his patrol car, went through the bag to get that extra gun that he claimed that their brother had, but he was so dumb that he didn't put it in his hand. He put it on the floor of the car and said that was his. And it had no prints, no DNA, no hair, no nothing, no kind of DNA at all of the brothers of Anthony Lamar Smith's on this gun. That's a lie. You understand? Then he said he saw a drug deal going down. You know, it's always drugs with us. Right. When they smoke crack, then I'm talking about the police. I'm talking about the police. What the hell you think they're taking the crack for? So they can go smoke it. Those white police officers is doing every damn drug. But then I saw a drug deal going down. So he approached his brother and had run-ins with him before. You understand? That wasn't the first time he was harassing his brother. But this was actually the last time he harassed him because he murdered the brother in cold blood. That officer took his own personal AK-47 to work and shot this brother in the face with the AK-47 and said to the judge, I did it because of what I'm up against in the streets. That's what they said. And you know what the judge, you know what? I believe you. I believe you. I believe you're up against animals, some cruel people. Oh my God. You what? You're on the north side? Oh my God. The west side, the south side? Oh my God, I understand. He thought about it. The judge thought about it. You know what? Yeah, those ghettos are pretty terrible. You brought your own gun? That's okay. Not guilty. Not guilty, man. So, is your protest working? Because that was just a few years ago. That was just a few years ago. Each protest has been just a few years ago. It's protest after protest, march after march after march. And it still ain't work. We still get no results. We gotta turn around and keep begging and pleading with these people to treat us fairly about. No, we didn't. You understand? I'm not even expecting them to. You understand? Just leave us alone. I don't give a damn what you feel about me personally. About a nigga and they big lips. You understand? And they dark skin. It's beautiful to me. I love it. You understand? I don't care what you think about it. So I ain't got nothing to explain to you. You know? And that sister could not understand that. That protester could not understand that. To where she said, it's just a phrase. Like, I mean, that right there just said, that spoke volumes. To where you're chanting Black Lives Matter, and it don't even mean nothing to you. It's just a phrase. This was out her own mouth. I said, God damn. And you still gonna do it anyway. I talked to another one and said, we gotta do something. She disagreed with me on voting. She said, that's why I really disagree with you on voting. She said, because I would rather vote and nothing happened than not voting. I said, oh my God, that's real dumb logic. That's Christianity. Like, why you just doing something and ain't nothing changed? Why you not finna vote on a cop not murdered? Damn, George Floyd couldn't vote real quick and say, don't kill me. I'd rather not get pulled over, not get oppressed. Wasn't no ballot, no box nowhere he could put that in and say, don't take my life. When they took it. They took his life. Like, how you just sit on somebody's damn neck like that, man? It's because you're an animal. You know what I mean? Go ahead, Amon. Keep reading.
And they that sell them say, blessed be the Lord, for I am rich.
They that sell them, who are the ones that sell us? It should be real evident by now. It should be real clear as to who the people are that sell us. Who are we talking about here? Who is the people that sell us?
What?
Go ahead, huh?
White man.
No.
I mean,
Not at
Salaki.
Hold on. Get your head up, go ahead.
Our so-called leaders.
Our so-called leaders, damn right. They sell us and say, hey, blessed be the Lord because I'm rich. Ain't your pastor always bragging about how God done blessed him with some money? You understand?
Salaki.
Yeah, they paid. Go ahead, Bob.
I was thinking, my mind was on Kunta Kinte for a minute.
Oh, you thinking about actually the auction blocks. You know, they're 35, 45, 45, 55, 55. Dude, I got a 60 in the crowd. I get 60 right here. 70 to Mr. Johnson right there. James got $80. No, they're not that. You understand? That's us that's selling. That's Martin Luther King.
Right.
You understand? Jesse Jackson Jr. All of the politicians that sell us to them. You understand? This one right here, he's selling that crowd to them. They finna go beg and plead, and guess what? You get all of them. You understand? We are here at the throne of grace and mercy. Ain't that where he said he was going? Come on, at the throne of grace and mercy, and we gonna beg. And then once the white man signed the deal, he gonna get up and say, "Blessed be the Lord, 'cause I am rich." He gonna go all the way to the bank with that check like, Jill. You understand? That's what he gonna do. All right? No, go ahead, Mom. Finish that. There's more.
And their own shepherds pity them not.
And their own shepherds pity them not. That's what that's talking about. That's talking about our so-called leaders, man. You understand? When you actually have a leader, and his name is Commanding General Yohana. So whatever city you in, if you in the city of St. Louis, you need to make your way to the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, right here on the corner of Delmore and Union at 5261 Delmore Boulevard in Suite A. You understand? And get in these classes, and this is where you come together with your people. You understand? Not out there in the marches. That ain't gonna do nothing. It's just gonna look good for the camera while everybody's walking across the highway. That's all that's gonna do. And after that, it's not going to change anything. What changed when they marched at the last one? Nothing. Huh? What changed when they marched at the one before that? and the one before that, and the one before that. Nothing. Nothing is going to change by marching, man. But guess what? When black people really get the point and come together and get in this one body of Christ, like the pastor said, the body of Christ is real. Dude, that's not the body of Christ. It's Christian church. You understand? That is the house of Satan all day long. All day long. All right? And like I said, you got to come and actually get into the one body of Christ, which is the ISUPK for the Commander Junior Honor. And with that, Shalom, Israel.
You're live.
Clip over the live. What you mean? You gotta click the mouse. Click it, that started up. So let me know when you got both of them shut down. You can actually leave the tabs up. You don't have to do it like you did last time on that laptop. Just as long as don't nobody bump into it. Set it off, start it up for about 12 hours. Sure. you got both clips? Oh, man. That preacher said we finna go. Oh, crazy. Oh, you got some more money out of mine? Right on,
Oh,
man. That's my neighbor right there. Come on, drop it on me, man.
I'm gonna drop it on you, man.
Drop that cash on me, brother. That's what I'm talking about. That's a brother right there. He just gave me a wad. Said, here, I'll just for you. Then turn around and got another wad out. Bring me that watermelon. You know, neighbors love watermelon.
Man, you know,
Snap.
you know them two ate a whole one themselves today, right?
Who did? The babies?
The rib and the 7-year-old.
The rib
one
and
of the
the-
one of the babies.
Good night. Well, hey, tell them it was theirs. Hey, enjoy it.
I came
Yeah.
home. There's 2 watermelons. I said, okay, it's only the 2 of y'all here today, and do not try to blame it on the baby.
Woo! Huh?
Some more right there, gonna take more.
Yeah, y'all can get one. One.
Just like an acre. All this.
One. Hold on, wait a minute. Half of one, split one. Oh, it's gonna look like that mini over there. Wait a minute.
I said, that's more than enough. They were like,
Huh?
I said, that's more than enough. They were like, well, it's the small ones because they don't have no seeds, so they little, so they don't count.
Hey, I know that was good too. Yup. Mm-hmm. You want another watermelon, please? You want another milk? I mean, if you are at all undecided, I'll show you what to do with it. I'll show you what to do with it now. Can't make your mind up. I got it. Man.
I don't see why people say it like it's a bad thing that we like watermelon. Yeah.
That's because white people talk about us for that shit.
You get a decent meal, you get hydrated,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
good for you. What the hell
Yeah,
is wrong with watermelon?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna show you what's wrong with it. What motherfuckers up?
I ain't got
No,
fire
that's
mine,
wrong.
huh? Some will go fire mine, huh?
Yeah, right. Hell yeah. Yep. Yeah, man. Yeah. That's what we had 'em. Yeah, we bought a black guy. You ever had a black guy? more fun?
I saw the seeds though, I was like, this sounds good.
Man. You talking about sweet. It's so goddamn good. Oh my God. That's the original watermelon.